everybody. Oh my goodness. How'd that get all the way over there? How are you? Happy Christmas. Oh, hang on. My chair was stuck on something. Gosh, it is good to be here. Can't believe Merry Christmas Eve. I cannot believe this year has gone by like this so quickly. And here we are back at Christmas Eve, and Story and Art is coming to you once again. Yay! This will be the third year that I have done Christmas stories, Christmas Eve stories, like around this time. And oh my gosh, and it's kind of tradition now because there's a couple that are my favorites, and you're just going to have to put up with hearing them again. Yeah, too bad, so sad. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you liked the animation. That was a fun one to do today. A lot of it came from Canva. They had stuff, and I added a couple little things and made an AI movie through Canva, which is kind of crazy fun to do. But that's the dancing alligators that were there, and had to put them in red suits. Every time I tried to put them in red Santa suits, they turned into a strange morph between people and alligators wearing Santa suits that were not quite right. AI didn't quite have it. And welcome. We have some folks here. Yay. Linda's here. And Fatima's here. Yay. How are you guys? Gosh, it's good to have you. I was on a live earlier today that I was listening to. My friend DJ Strick and Kurt Nugent were both on. They were doing a holiday on DJ's holiday streamers, and it was kind of fun to see everybody and things, because I've kind of been a little busy, hit and miss on things, getting stuff done. I went and created the pen line drawing of the gingerbread dancing man. Oh yeah, that gingerbread dancing man has been fun, and that was there is an overlay that I think I did a short on it, or I did a short video on it, on how I did it, and put it on. It's part of a text overlay. I thought it was a text overlay, but I guess you can do it in rectangles too, or in shapes. But so it was fun to do, and my friends on Creative Work Hour, I put it up as a stretch break in between the 2 hours that we do that, and they laughed so hard that they used it on Shadows. She does a Pimp Your Post Thursday show kind of thing for going on to Hive and some other places and things like that. And then she wanted that, and then they put it on. It's just like Alessandra Kez said, "It's Gretchen. She did this." It's so yeah. It's kind of fun. It was fun to do. It was fun, and plus, the music fit with the yeah. So, Merry Christmas, everybody! I have my Ufta red mug and my eggnog chai with a little half shot of Fireball in it. Woohoo! Which is good. Yeah. I like this. You watched the short thing. Yeah, Linda, I saw that. That's so great. So tonight, we're going to start the night off with Chantel, because we have some people. Fatima sent hers in, and they're gorgeous. So let's start off with Chantel. Yeah, we're let's see, what can I tell you before that? Annalena and Philip will get here. They get into town tomorrow night. They fly on Christmas and get in late Christmas night. And Annalena and Philip and Layla and Lachlan. And then for Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, we're going to they'll be out here and we'll have the day together. Bob's making a jambalaya. And I actually made another batch of cookies today of these sugar crescents that he likes, that are really easy to make, but the recipe doesn't make very many. But there's just these little sugar crescent kind of things, and they literally have powdered sugar, butter, and flour, and pecans, and a little bit of vanilla, and a little tiny little bit of salt, like an eighth of a teaspoon of salt. And he loves them. Yeah. So I made another batch today because I don't think the batch that I made that only makes about makes about 30 cookies maybe. I don't think it's going to last till the day after tomorrow the way he's going through cookies. Ooh, so so today, yes, and the Seahawks won. So right now they've got the last wild card spot, at least unless something else changes. But so that was another nail biter game for them. And yeah, so it's time for show and tell. And we start with Fatima. She says this one is, let me look on her email because I didn't get around to writing what she put down there. She says, this is my coloring with alcohol markers and matching embellishments. I would color for a digital artist and post work. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. I love this. The little, I just love it. I love the big eyes. And the strawberries in the hair. We had to get strawberries for our Eulakaki for tomorrow. So that reminds me of that. And the purple socks and just the colors and everything, the details. It is so cute. And you must have those little stand away things for the card. For do different layers of those cards, right? I've never quite gotten into that. I know that it could, but then I would, yeah, I love it. It is so good. Lions win. Yeah. Yeah, they did. The Detroit Lions won. Yes, that was awesome. I had some Amarillo earlier, said Linda. Amarula, sheesh. Amarula. Yeah, I have that. I'm saving that for the day after tomorrow. So I have just a little tiny bit of Fireball whiskey left from a trip to Yellowstone in the winter, which has been a while. And I just realized I don't have. That's okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's on. So this, I think your balance in the whole thing and everything about this is just spectacular. I like the little glitter around the edge that just tied in the three little, embellishments there in the corner, the sparkles, and then the background, that background woven part. Did you actually weave strips of paper to make that back part? Because it looks like it has dimension. It's really, really cool. I think that just really makes the whole thing. I've been struggling with stuff for my backgrounds on my little things that I'm doing. I'll show you in when I do mine. But yes, good job, Fatima. And then her other piece that she has, I'll pull as this one. And she says, yeah, this is my favorite card. What the photo doesn't show is the added flat back Swarovski crystals. No faux gems on this one. The green is flocked paper. Oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. I gotta make it a little smaller. Can I make it a little smaller? There it is, so it can be seen the whole thing. Yeah, look at that. It's just got the whole thing going there. It looks that bottom strip of gold going across there almost looks like the top of a basket, which is I think you might have been trying to do that, making it look like it's a poinsettia in a basket. But the all the details, all the elements go together so well. That is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, the embellishments. Some friends actually use their original art for cards. Madonna makes unbelievable cards. I have started, I'm going to try to take some of my stuff. It's a 3D paper. Oh, wow. Yeah, Fatima has been holding out on us. Oh, wow. That is so great. Let's just woo-hoo. Okay, so we don't have anybody else that then, so you're gonna have to put up with me. So I did this little guy the other day, just some more kind of playing with Santas and doing kind of things, trying to practice on the scarves, and this was just that watercolor and trying to use some wax. That wax I got that's for hot. A glue gun is not working so well on paper, so I went back to my candle. But I'll use that for something else. So I tried something there. Then I did these little snowmen with a slide, a snowman family, and then the skiers in the background, and it's snowing, and I've got some shiny kind of. So that was playing around. Then I am because I started working on on my I fixed up my gnomes. Those I did them last year in pencil, and then I inked them out today. And then I'll show you that guy last. That guy in a minute. And then I started this. I have this cool little accordion book. So I decided I would start to put in some of my gnomes that I've done. I like them in pencil, although I need to do them, color them in. But I kind of like doing them in pencil as a kind of as a record of what they are, different kinds I could do. And these guys are having a chat. Got them. And then kind of a sort of a tree kind of one. Another one. This is my Christmas tree one. I've done him in a lot of different ways. This one I did just not too long ago, a little bit running. And there. So what do you think? I think they're kind of my record one, but I might color them in because they're kind of fun to do that way. But I've got a few more to fit in there. But for that, so here is what this morning, it's the 12 days of Christmas for me are the 12 days. I know, is the tree one fun? Gnomes. The 12 days of Christmas for me are the 12 days from Christmas on up to the Epiphany. And so that's what this is going to be. And these are, this first iteration was this guy with just the one partridge and the pear tree. And he's got the one. And so today I did him with a little different scarf and a little different coloring and his tree, and I looked up a partridge, and they have kind of this neck ring around, so I did that. So and then I also did this Santa today. He was what was in the post to you guys that I put out for bucket fillers. So that's going to be the partridge and a pear tree. So I'm going to do the 12 days of Christmas. So I'm going to try to do a short with them. I'll probably draw another one because I want to put them in this. And I did one here, and there's the turtle dove. And there'll be just one in each one. And I have some sort of renderings that I've done, some practices of what they're going to turn out like, or this. There's the French hen, calling bird, 5 gold rings. He's going to be a gnome that has 1, 2, he's got a ring there, 3, 4, and 5 rings. And the geese, he's kind of dancing. And the swans. And then there's going to be the 8 maids of milking, have the milk thing, and the ladies dancing. Got high shoes. Lords a leaping. That's going to be the leaping lords. I've got some woods and pipers piping. and drummers drumming, maids milking, and drum 12 maids of milk. Oh, that I'm redoing maids of milking. That came up. I ended up with a cow in the back because I have this one picture that I have someplace of this a great one I love of this. I did a Scottish Highlander cows type thing as oh, where is it? Not there, not there. Oh, I'll have to show you another time. But they look like gnomes, kind of, but with their hair and gnomes all around. So I'm kind of taken off on those ideas. So that's what I've done. This is what I've been doing. This is my partridge in a pear tree. It's got a little pear thing on its for the top. When I do the one for the little one, I think I might put pears on its hat instead of that up there, and just have a pear in a tree. So, yes. You like the chapeau on the French hen? Yes, that is. It was just one of those ideas that came to me. So, yay, you guys get to be dragged along on this. All right. So, okay. So, tonight, well, if you guys probably can figure it out, I'm sure you can, but my two favorite Christmas stories my favorite to read really, are The Cajun Night Before Christmas and Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree. So I'm going to start with The Cajun Night Before Christmas because it's just kind of silly and fun and goofy, and I get to do my Cajun accent and channel Bob's Uncle Leo, and it ought to be just fun. I could not find it online, so I dug out my copy here. For the next one, for the Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree, I was able to check it out on Overdrive and have my own copy. So I'll be reading from my copy, but showing you pictures from the online, because then you can see the pictures better. But this Cajun Night Before Christmas, this, I think I've told you the story of this, started out as a radio show type thing back in the 60s. And it is by Troclé, who was widely acclaimed as the South's leading author and illustrator of juvenile books. James Rice did this. And it was conceived by J.B. Kling Jr., a retired Baton Rouge, Louisiana law enforcement officer and a popular after-dinner speaker. Cajun Night Before Christmas originally appeared as a Christmas message from the Bergeron Plymouth Company of New Orleans. When the pseudonym's byline Troclé, under the pseudonym bylines Troclé, the story won a Clio Award in 1967 from the Academy of Television and Radio Advertising. And it's gone on, and James Rice took it and made it what it is today. So, here we go with The Cajun Night Before Christmas. Bob got it copied, signed for me when he went to New Orleans one time. Yeah, I love the illustrations. Cajun Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, the daunting pass not even a mouse. The children been snuzzled good snug on the floor, and Mama passed the pepper through the crack in the door. Then Mama in the fireplace done roast up the ham, stir up the gumbo, and make bake the yam. Then out on the bayou, they got such a clatter, Make sound like old Boudreaux done fall off his ladder. Or run like a rabbit to got to the door, trip over the dog, and fall on the floor. As I look out the door in the light of the moon, I think, man, you crazy, or got old too soon. 'Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligator a-pulling the skiff, and a little fat drover with a long pulling stick. I know right away got to be old Saint Nick. More faster and faster the gator they came. He whistle and holler and called them by name. Augustin, Artibio, Pierre, Jeannette, Suzette, Celeste, René. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, make crawl, alligator, and be sure you don't fall. Like Tanta Flo's cat through the treetop they fly, when the big old hound dog come a run hisself by. Like that up the porch, them old gator climb, with the skiff full of toy, and St. Nicholas behind. Then on top the porch roof, it sound like the hail when them big old gators sat down on their tail. Then down the chimney, I yell with a bam, and St. Nicholas fall and sit on the yam. Sacre! He exclaimed, my pants got a hole. I done sot myself on a red hot coal. He got on his foot and jumped like a cat out to the floor where he land with a splat. He was dressed in muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes is all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plating he throw on his back. He looked like a burglar, and that for a fact. His eyes, how they shine. His dimple, how merry. Maybe he been drink the wine from Blackberry? His cheeks was like rose, his nose like a cherry. On second thought, maybe he lap up the sherry. With snow-white chin whisker and quivering belly, he shook when he laughed like the strawberry jelly. But a wink in his eyes and a shake of his head make my confidence that I don't got to be scared. He don't do no talking, gone straight to his work. Put plating in sock and then turn with a jerk. He put both his hands there on top of his head, cast an eye on the chimney, and then he done said, with all of that flapper and them burning hot flame, me I ain't going back by the same way that I came. So he run out the door, and he climbed to the roof. He ain't no fool him for to make one more goof. He jump in his skiff and crack his big whip. The gator move down and don't make one slip. And I hear him shout loud as a splashing he go. Merry Christmas to all, till I see you some more. Hey, there's Alessandra, and that is the Gajan night before Christmas. Uncle Leo, how'd I do? Oh, you guys, this is Alessandra is the creative genius behind my creative work hour that I do in the morning where I get a lot of stuff done to show you guys. And yay. Alessandra, you're being welcomed by Leshabot, which is Linda, and Travel Dreamer, Fatima are here. And thank you. And I bet you Lupe is lurking. And Larry, I know, is with family tonight. So cheers, everybody. Here, let's go to the next one. There. Ah, yes. So, Cajun night before Christmas. I remember, gosh, when I got this book, it came out in '73, but I didn't get it until I was teaching, and probably got it in like the mid '80s. I think Uncle Leo might have told me about it. And Bob went to New Orleans one time and got me a copy signed by James Rice, and it's just been a favorite of mine. It's been a favorite of mine to read again and again and again, and I love it so much. So that was Cajun Night Before Christmas. Yeah. So let's see. Checking in. Merry Christmas. So exciting. Hi. Okay. Uncle Leo. Yeah. And Bob's Uncle Leo was half Cajun and half Choctaw, I believe. And he lived in North Biloxi, Mississippi. And oh my goodness, he was married to Bob's mom's youngest sister. There was 20 years difference between Nell and Rosalie. And Uncle Leo was married to Rosalie. He was a character. Introduced me to a drink called the Pink Gator. Get it? It's a summer drink. Definitely a summer drink. It's a large tumbler like you would have outside, and he filled it with about halfway full of 151 rum, and then he takes from pink lemonade, can of pink lemonade, frozen pink lemonade, and just fills it to the top with the pink lemonade slushy type stuff. So it's like a rum slushy kind of thing with pink lemonade. Oh, gosh. All right. And Fatima's here too. So you guys, the next story is the other one that I read to you each year. This story is by far my favorite of all Christmas stories. It's an Appalachian story. It was written by Gloria Houston and illustrated by Barbara Cooney. Both women, absolutely amazing writers and illustrators of children's work. Barbara Cooney did the illustrations for so many books, and she did My Great Aunt Arizona, and all these things. But Gloria Houston is just amazing, and this is by far the rhythm of the language, the telling of the tale, the First World War, the setting of it, the things that you get to tell kids when you read the story about what kind of setting it was. Hang on, I have to turn off the heat. It's gotten warm in here. There we go. It's just a favorite. And I might make it through till the end without a little tear or two. Hi, Lala. Oh, you guys, Mommy Guide Inc. is here. Lala is my friend from the Philippines. Lala, your my personalized Christmas ornament that she gave me at Creator Camp is up on the tree. This is the amazing lady I told you about, you guys, that Mommy Guide Inc. She has done these lives. I was her guest on the first night of Vlogmas. And all these kind of things. She does amazing lives and things. And she flew from the Philippines to Boston, and she brought every one of the people who came to Creators Camp. She made a Christmas ornament for each one of us. And those people who she knew well, she put our names on them. Yes, Lala is something else. Mommy Guide Inc. Yeah. All right. So tonight, this story. Let me get one more sip. Is the year of the perfect Christmas tree. Okay, now I have to get rid of something here because this is the one where you guys get, I have the, there it is. I have the book online for you, but I have my own personal copy of it here in front of me to make it a little easier to read so that I can see, you know, that vision type thing. The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree by Gloria Houston and pictures by Barbara Cooney. It is, the illustrations were created with acrylic and scanner separated and reproduced in full color. Yes. The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree. It was getting toward Christmas in the valley of Pine Grove. The wise folks said the old woman in the sky was picking her geese, for the Appalachian mountains lay blanketed with snow. The road wound like white ribbons around the misty blue ridges, tracked by the runners of wagons, sleds, and sleighs. Occasionally, an automobile chugged its way through the silence. Across the ocean, the Great War raged, but the valley was all at peace. It was getting on toward the Christmas Ruthie would never forget. The Christmas when the village almost did not have a Christmas tree. It happened this way. Ruthie told me so. Come, my pretty young'un, Papa had said one early in the spring. It's time to choose the Christmas tree for the village church. But, Papa, Christmas will not come for a long time, said Ruthie. The harvest trees are just now in bloom. We must choose a special tree and mark it for the coming year. It is the custom in our village, said Papa, for one family to give to all the folks in the village and up every hill and holler. A Christmas tree for the Pine Grove Church. And this year, it is our turn. Some years a timbering man will give a fat round laurel from the northy coves, the kind the outlanders call rhododendron. Other years, the holler folk may bring a cedar to spread its fragrance through the village church. What kind of tree shall we have, Papa? Asked Ruthie. We shall have a balsam Christmas tree, my pretty young'un, said Papa. The balsam grows up the rocky crags where only a venturesome man may go. The balsam is a perfect tree. It grows up high, near to heaven. So Papa and Ruthie rode on old Pietie's back, across the high cliffs and along the craves, looking for the perfect balsam Christmas tree. They rode and rode from early morning until the sun was high in the sky. Finally, they saw it, growing on the edge of a high cliff on Grandfather Mountain, alone, with no other trees around it. Its green color was dark and rich. It was the perfect shape and size, its tip-top pointing up to heaven. This will be our perfect Christmas tree, said Papa, and as is the custom, the self-same year you shall be the heavenly angel in the village Christmas play. It is fitting that you should mark the Christmas tree. Papa took the red ribbon from Ruthie's coal-black curls. He lifted her high in his strong arms. Tie this to the tip-top, he said, and then he kissed the dimple in each of Ruthie's cheeks. The summer came, and Papa was called away to be a soldier. He went to fight in a war far across the sea. That year the timber was not cut, so Mama had no money to buy coffee, sugar, or cloth for new dresses. Mama and Ruthie drank peppermint tea sweetened with honey. Mama lowered the hems of Ruthie's dresses and embroidered pretty flowers over the tears and mends. And together they tended the little garden, growing vegetables to eat. And every night, Mama tucked Ruthie into her little bed and listened to her as she said the same prayer. "Please send my papa home for Christmas," Ruthie whispered. "And please have old St. Nicholas bring me a doll with a beautiful dress, the color of cream, all trimmed with ribbons and lace." One day that fall, when the dried corn shocks rustled in the breeze, a package came from Papa. In it were soft silk stockings for Mama and a blue satin hair ribbons for Ruthie. There was a letter, too. "I'll be home for Christmas," the letter said. "The war is finally over. The armistice was signed today." The days passed. Each day Ruthie ran home from school as fast as the deer that fed by the stream. "Is Papa home?" she called as she ran up the steps. But every day Mama said, "Not today, maybe tomorrow. He will come on the Tweetsy train." And the days passed, and Ruthie listened for the squeaky whistle of the little train the mountain folk called Tweetsy, as it chugged through the valley and up the mountainside. One day, Mama and Ruthie harnessed old Piety to the sled and went to the station at Pinola. But when the other men from the village stepped down from the train, Papa was not with them. Soon there was only one more day until Christmas Eve. Over at the school, Miss Jenny and her pupils were practicing the Christmas play. The children sang the Appalachian lullaby, "Jesus, Jesus, rest your head, you have got a manger bed." Miss Jenny chose the boy and the girl who would be Mary and Joseph, and then she called Ruthie's name. "This year you shall be the heavenly angel," Miss Jenny said. "This is the year your papa will give the church its Christmas tree." Miss Jenny helped Ruthie climb up to stand on the teacher's chair so it would look as if she were up in the sky. Miss Jenny showed her how to hold her arms just so. "If you wear a dress with great big sleeves," said Miss Jenny, "it will look like you have wings." "Mama, Mama," said Ruthie as she ran up the front steps that day, "I must have a new dress with great big sleeves. I'm going to be the heavenly angel when Papa gives the Christmas tree." "Oh, my pretty young'un," said Mama. "I have no cloth to make a dress with great big sleeves, and I have no money till your Papa comes home." Mama kissed the dimple in each of Ruthie's cheeks and hugged her daughter tightly. That night, the preacher from Pine Grove Church knocked at the door. "Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, Miss Green," he said, "and Tom is not yet home from the war. Chad McKinney has been saving a prime cedar on his bottomland for Christmas next. He does leave cut the tree this year." "This is the year our family gives the tree," said Mama. "Tom chose it before he went away to war." "I had hoped you would heed my wish," said the preacher. "The church must have a Christmas tree when the morrow comes." "Tom is as good as his word. Our family will give the tree this year," said Mama. And late that night, Mama wakened Ruthie, and they dressed in their warm coats, hats, and mittens, and Mama hitched old Piety to the big sled Papa used to haul fire logs down from the ridges. The moon shone as Mama and Ruthie made their way up the hill, and Ruthie carried the lantern. Hi, Larry. As they came to the dark woods, the winter moon made strange shadows on the snow. "Mama, I'm afraid," said Ruthie. "No need to be afraid," said Mama. "We're off to get the perfect balsam Christmas tree." And Mama began to sing. "I wonder as I wander out under the sky." And Ruthie joined in the song, and soon she forgot to be afraid. Mama and Ruthie led old Piety and the sled up the hills and across the ridges, but they could not find the perfect balsam. Papa says the balsam grows high on the rocky crags, up near heaven where only a venturesome man'll go, said Ruthie. Oh, the rocky crags, said Mama. We have a long climb ahead. And slowly they led old Piety along the ridge to the highest crag on Grandfather Mountain. They could see the village sleeping in the valley far below. Finally, at the edge of the highest cliff, they saw the balsam standing alone. There it is, Mama, Ruthie cried. See, there's my ribbon bow tied to the tip-tip top. And Ruthie ran up the rocky crag as Mama and old Piety followed. The blade of Papa's axe shone in the moonlight as Mama lifted it high. The whack, crack, the sounds echoed through the rocks and hills. Then Mama picked up the saw and said, Take hold of the end, my pretty young'un. Pull as hard as ever you can. And Mama pulled, Ruthie pulled, pull, back and forth, until the perfect balsam Christmas tree fell softly into the snow. Ruthie and Mama lifted the tree into the sled and tied it there. Then they made their way down the ridge. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning, they sang. Through the soft snow, they led old Piety to the church, and together they lifted the perfect balsam Christmas tree from the sled and stood it in the corner near the belfry wall. And just as the sun was rising over Doe Hill, they hurried home. Tucking Ruthie into her little bed, Mama whispered, The folks shall have their Christmas tree, and you shall be the heavenly angel this year. Ruthie fell fast asleep, but Mama sat long by the firelight, sewing as fast as her nimble fingers could move. First, she cut the ribbons and lace from a wedding dress the color of cream. From it, she fashioned a smaller dress with flowing sleeves. Then she took a soft silk stocking, stuffed it with lamb's wool, and stroked it until it was smooth and round. She embroidered it with 2 blue eyes, little black curls, and a dimple in each cheek. From the scraps of Ruthie's dress, she made a tiny dress just like it, all trimmed with ribbons and lace. She dressed the stocking doll in the tiny dress. The sun was high in the winter sky when a knock came at the door. Good Christmas Eve, Preacher Alice, Mama said. Do come in and spell yourself. Did you hear the news about the Christmas tree? The preacher said. A wondrous balsam from up in the high crags was found on the belfry porch this morning. Do tell, do tell. What a wonder, said Mama. And that's not all. It's been told hereabouts that folks who live up in the holler heard the angels singing high up on the ridge late into the night. And they were singing Christmas songs, said Preacher Alice. Ruthie hid her face in Mama's patchwork quilt so the preacher would not hear her laugh. Daylight was fading when Mama helped Ruthie into the prettiest dress Ruthie had ever seen. It was made of the softest silk, the color of cream, all trimmed with ribbons and lace. It had long, flowing sleeves. If you hold your arms just so, said Mama, it will look like you have wings. At the church, the ladies of the valley had decorated the perfect balsam Christmas tree. Reflections of tiny red candles in their shiny holders fastened to the tips of the branches shone in the windows. Tied to the lower branches of the tree were presents wrapped in pretty paper. On the tip top was a tiny angel. The sexton rang the bell, and from up and down the river road and from all the hills and hollers, the folks were coming to celebrate the Christmas tree. A choir of children sat by the organ. The 3 kings waited outside the belfry door, and behind the sheet curtains, Mama helped the little Mary put her doll to bed in the manger straw, and Ruthie climbed up and stood on the preacher's big chair. The ladies pushed the bedsheet curtain back, and Ruthie could see herself in the dark church windows. She was careful to hold her arms just so, In her beautiful dress, it looked as if she had wings. "Behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy," said Ruthie, the heavenly angel. When the program was over, Ruthie went to sit with Mama on the front pew, and Mama held her close. Then the three kings came walking down the aisle carrying lard pails filled with the Christmas treat pokes. Each bag contained a soft peppermint stick, some chocolate drops, an orange, and some hazelnuts. Behind the kings walked old St. Nicholas. He carried his toe sack goodie bag with him. Old St. Nick visited the Amen corner first. He gave each of the deacons a lump of coal and a willow switch. The folk in the church laughed. Then to all the children who had misbehaved, old St. Nick gave a willow switch or a lump of coal as well. Ruthie had been good that year, so she got a treat poke instead. At last it was time to call the names on the presents tied to the tree. Every child in the church received a present. Everyone, that is, except Ruthie. A tear slipped down into the dimple of her cheek. Then one of the kings reached to the tip-top of the perfect balsam Christmas tree, and he lifted the tiny angel down. "Why, Ruthie," said old St. Nick, "this tiny angel looks just like you." And it did. The tiny angel was wearing a dress just like Ruthie's. It was made of the softest silk, the color of cream. It was trimmed with ribbons and lace, and the sleeves were long and flowing, and it looked as if she had wings. The angel's curls were black as coal, and she had a dimple in each of her cheeks. Ruthie hugged the tiny angel and kissed its silky cheek, which felt just like the silk stockings Papa had sent to Mama. The preacher said the benediction, and St. Nicholas wished to one and all a happy Christmas. And slowly the people began leaving the church. Mama and Ruthie walked out the belfry door. St. Nicholas was standing there. A man in an army uniform stood beside him. "And here's another present for you, Ruthie," said St. Nicholas. But Ruthie was so busy looking at the tiny angel that she did not notice until strong arms picked her up. "Let me look at you, my pretty young'un," said Papa's voice. And he hugged Ruthie, Mama, and the tiny angel all at the same time. The village folks gathered around the church steps. Someone from the village began to sing. "Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright." The folk in the village joined in, but Papa, Mama, Ruthie, and the tiny angel hardly heard. They just hugged each other some more. And since that time, every year, for more than 60 years, a tiny angel has stood on top of a perfect balsam Christmas tree. She wears a dress of softest silk, the color of cream, all trimmed with ribbons and lace. The sleeves are long and flowing, and it looks as if she has wings. The angel has coal black curls and a dimple in each cheek. That's how it happened. The Christmas of the heavenly angel and the perfect balsam Christmas tree. Grandma Ruthie told me so. Okay, I made it through and I didn't cry. Oh. Oh, yay. Time for, let's see, Christmas lunch here for us already. Yes, So I hope you guys like that. That's my favorite. So Larry came. Yay, Larry. Larry's across the bay from me, Alessandra and Lala, just across. He's in Tacoma. Alessandra is in Spokane, Washington. Mommy Guide Inc., Lala, she is in the Philippines. I'm not sure which town. Why don't I know which town? And let's see who else is here. Fatima's here, and Linda's here. And I bet you Lupe's probably lurking. But yay! Ah, ah. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys liked it. You crying? So we made it through. Readings of my two favorite, Cajun Night Before Christmas for a little bit of laughter, and then The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree by Gloria Houston, and pictures by Barbara Cooney. I think the story Gloria Houston wrote this, that Ruthie was Gloria Houston's mother, and the story. So it's based on her real life and on her family. So I always like that so much. Yes, Larry was raised in the Philippines. That's right. Yay. And good. I think I'm checking in with everybody. Yeah, thank you. Lala, thank you. Went to high school in Spokane at university. Oh, hi, Devin. Alessandra and Devin are both there. So they came in. They're Southern. They're Texas and that. I hope I got the accents fairly good on the Cajun, but you know, it's best I can do. And I'm almost. I just finished my eggnog and chai with a little shot of Fireball whiskey in it. Yes. That was after our discussion early this morning about scotch, which I don't like scotch. I know, Alice. Yeah, I'm okay with whiskey, but not. I don't like. Yeah, I like bourbon, but I don't like scotch very well. But oh well. And Anthony stopped in. He did. Oh, I missed him. Oh, yay! I saw his. I missed his live the other day. He did a 2-hour painting, and so I went back. I caught part of it. I still have to catch up on the rest of it. So you guys. I showed you, like I said, the first I did this morning. Alessandra, it is Alessandra's fault for me doing this one because she said if I was going to sketch, would I turn on my overhead camera during creative work hours? So I actually did it. So I've got that one done. I'm going to do another one for the small thing, like you guys said. We'll do back over here. Where's the overhead? There. So this is going to have the 12 days in it. So there's the first day. It's going to get in there, and then and I'll fill the 12 days of Christmas. I have them all planned out. But yeah, I hope everybody has super plans for tomorrow. And Lala, it's Christmas for you today. So Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for coming on this day. Yeah, I saw you earlier on DJ's the holiday stream with DJ Strick. That was cool to see you there. But everybody, this has been delightful. Bucket fillers, the bucket filling brigade. You guys, I made it through without crying, so I'm not going to cry now. You guys mean so much to me and have brought so much enrichment to my life. And in doing this live and in meeting you and becoming this community, it means a great deal that I get to share these books with you. But what is even better than sharing these books and sharing art and our love of that is to have met you, each and every one of you, through this, and to feel like that I know that we are friends and that you're just people that I would love. I love being around. And so that's why it's such a delight to come here and to have this space that we can fill each other's buckets, be the bucket filling brigade, and share our art and share these stories and just start our week off with a smile. So, everybody, you guys all have a very Merry Christmas Eve, a very Merry Christmas. I'll be back on Thursday with a couple more stories. So come join me, and then I'll be back on New Year's Eve for more. So if you do any art, don't forget you can send stuff in. But everybody, love you all. And until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your mirror. And I'll see you at the next one.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Ooh, feeling alright. We won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous. Come and be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try, not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous. Come and be famous. We could be famous, we could be famous. Come and be famous. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous.